Welcome to Branscome Ranch. We're out here today at my buddy Chris's house. We're gonna work on his S13. There's Chris there. This is his S13. This thing is super sick. What's the deets on this thing?
A S15 SR. It's got a 2871 turbo, running 21 pounds of boost. It's on E85, DOC race manifold, forged wide scope pistons, stock rods, Nismo bearings, Audi R8 coils.
Fully purpose-built drift car. This thing is bad to the bone. What's your fuel setup here?
It's a Bosch 400 pump in that little surge tank right there, and then it's just got a cheap eBay lift pump here that sucks it out of the 12-gallon tank, 15-gallon tank. I can't remember.
Nice little bulkhead. Sweet. This is Chris's little shed he works out of. Chris has got all sorts of goodies in here. Blend machines, badass Bridgeport, little lathe, big old air compressor, little 40-foot high cube container. Nelly and Dingo are going to be following me everywhere, so if you hear panting in the background, that's what it is. Look at this view, part of the Texas Hill Country. Chris has a bunch of cool vehicles out here, one of which being this 1989 GMC Suburban. This thing is sweet. Bad Mama Jamma. He dailies this thing, I believe. Look at all that room. Let's see if we can. Big old Chevrolet V8. I like these old trucks. They've always got the jack mounted on the fender well. It's pretty cool. Yeah, sweet rig. This is my car actually. Kind of looking in a sad state right now, but it's a 91 240SX. Little hatchback action. I've done a whole bunch of stuff to this car. Maybe in a later video I'll give you a better breakdown. Inside's real clean. Super nice car. And the best part, little red top SR20. Pretty sure I blew the head gasket on this, but maybe in a later video we'll pull this SR out and give her the old rebuild, put it back together and get it back on the road. But for now, it sits under this tree looking pretty sad. This is his Cushman boneyard. These things are too cool. This one with the water tank on it used to run. I don't know if it does anymore, but one of my favorite things he's got out here, this 1968 Datsun. This thing's awesome. Manual, itty bitty. Not exactly made for 6-foot-tall Americans, but still cool. Got a sweet little homemade headache rack. Dude, this thing is sweet. Look at that oil cap. 3-cylinder. Datsun. Too cool. Another car over here is our buddy Emilio's FCRX7. Also looking a little sad. Part of a Jeep Comanche. This once had hopes and dreams, but now it's just sitting in sad disrepair. And this is Chris's S13 coupe shell parts car slash whenever he totals that thing. He'll probably swap everything over to this one and make this into something cool. Stuffed into the back under some trees here, he's got this Ford Econoline. I think this thing would be a cool burnout vehicle or a shaggin' wagon or something to ramp stuff off of. He's also got this 1986 Honda CR125R. He's gone completely through this thing and rebuilt it. It's a certified ripper for sure. It's hot as can be, so ignore all the fan noise. It's the only way we can halfway keep cool in here. We're installing this GKTECH Anti-squat kit into his S13 subframe. But Chris has already got this thing jacked up. We can start putting the anti-squat kit on. Takes this pickup point and lowers it. Nelly hiding from the heat.
Right here goes into the top bracket, and this is your new pickup point for your lower control arm. I think it's doable in the car without too much trouble, unless I'm missing something early on. And yeah.
While Chris is taking all that apart, I brought some stuff out with me here to work on. Bunch of metal and an old fuel tank out of that F100 to throw onto his scrap pile over there. And then I gotta mount some tires on these wheels. Boom. Fresh can use the Stinos. Take these old Kendas, toss them on the pile. See how Chris is coming along here. Got this side all torn apart. Looks like he's getting ready to put the new bushings in. Now we got these sweet little spherical bushings to go on this control arm. Nice little upgrade. He's gonna spit on it a little bit.
Gotta spit.
Voila. This looks like greasing the bushing and the arm makes life a little easier. This one's going way faster.
So I've got the bracket installed, torqued down, all the spherical bushings installed on this. Step one is to install it, go through the travel and see how much of the frame webbing there we need to cut out. So we'll cut that out, a couple test tries, and then get it to where we can weld it in.
Alright, he's got everything prepped and ready. About to zap it on there. Boom. Chris wants to hide his splatter.
Well, Officer Dan said ship it off or file it off.
All right, now let's knock out this side. There it is. Done, son. Ready for all the grip.
All right, yesterday Alex and I were able to finish up the anti-squat kit from GKTECH on my S13. As you can see here, pickup point for the forward lower control arm. Here's the original point, and here's the new pickup point. It's approximately 50 millimeters lower, which should result in more grip, enables this car to squat more and bite down. Now we have to adjust the suspension to get it a more favorable location. So right now it is cambered in some, riding the outside line of that the little torpedo level there. I'm going to adjust it this side at least. It needs to come out about 3/16 of an inch to ride the inside line. I'm going to start there, and then after next weekend's event, maybe make a couple small adjustments depending on tire wear. To prep for this, I've leveled the car front to back, where it sits front to back level-ish. Side to side, I've leveled it with the torpedo level with shims and such under each jack stand. That will compress the suspension like it would have a wheel, maybe not quite as much, but it's at the farthest out edge that I can get it. So it's a good start. We'll start there by adjusting the camber. Then once I get wheels and it lowered back down, I will adjust the toe on each side. But this side needs to come out, like I said, 3/16 of an inch. And I have the SPL arms all the way around. So I just do that. I've already broken loose this clamp that holds the forward, and this nut locks the rear. So I'll be adjusting this little nut right here. Try to get as close to cambered out, just past plumb. Get as close as we can so that the travel will make it hopefully as true straight up and down during suspension travel. We'll get that done and y'all can watch. This side on this particular arm is reversed thread, at least on the nut. Let's check that. Definitely went the wrong way the first time. Okay, that should be fairly close. We are dead level. I'm gonna go a little past. Turns out the adjustments on these don't make a huge difference, so you have to, I've had to turn it quite a bit. Although I did go the wrong way the first time, so that. Okay, as you can see, the bubble is no longer riding on the outside line, it's favoring the inside line more. I think I'm going to stop there and kind of see how that reacts for the first couple laps next week. If need be, if I'm getting uneven tire wear, I'll either go back in half a turn or out a half turn or more. Now I've got the camber adjusted, I'm going to do the other side. Then once I get the car on the ground, my new tires, I will adjust the toe. I'm probably just going to leave it as zeroed as I can, but I'll come back to that when I get there. So for right now, I'm going to do the other side, make it the same as this side, and hopefully we can get this thing done today. Okay, I've got the car set back down, the wheels on, new tires. I've put the toe plates on. I've already made one adjustment. It's towed out approximately 5/8 to 11/16, towed out in the front. So I've made one adjustment and got semi-close. So we're 73 3/8 in the back, 73 3/4 in the front. We're still about 3/8 off, getting a little closer. I went about a half a turn on each side. So I'm gonna go another half a turn, and that should put us pretty close. Okay, another half a turn out on those plates. Okay. 7/8. Another half turn. Toe plate pre-centered. Okay, now we are a little more. Quarter turn. Okay, all right, it's 73.5 on each side, and I will definitely recheck this before next weekend's event on a much more level surface. This is just to kind of dial it in and get it closer than what it was after installing the anti-squat kit. Anyway, that's it for that. I've got to get my rear pushed back out with a porta power on each side. I've taken several big hits in the past few events, and so I'd like to get that looking a little better so I can remount my back bumper. Anyway, I guess that's it. Thanks.
After a hot day of working on cars, I like to always take the dogs to Medina River here in Bandera. Let them go for a little swim.